It's the Burger Bunch. Hey guys, it's Nate. I'm giving you some feedback on your presentation from last night. Thanks for making us all hungry with your presentation. I'm going to give you some feedback on the group overall, and then I'll give you some feedback for each of you as individual speakers. So, a couple of highlights and some suggestions for improvement. The group overall, you had good slides, you had excellent transitions, you were solid in the Q&A session. Your final recap was really solid. Those were all really good things. So I know you guys were presenting late in the order. Enthusiasm could have been a little bit higher. I think Evan was solid at the end, and Ryan at the beginning with some good stuff. So you did a good job of putting those speakers on the front and back. But enthusiasm could have been a little bit stronger. The clarity recommendation was pretty good. You guys had a lot of facts, well rehearsed. That was all good stuff. The introduction, I liked the juicy description of the burger, but it could have been more clearly tied back into this is why we picked this industry, as opposed to just having us all kind of fantasize about eating a hamburger. So something along the lines of, you know, when we think about how much we love hamburgers, you know, this is why we chose this industry. So there was the juicy description, but tying it back into the intro could have been more clear. You could have also had some more tantalizing photos in some sections, like even the industry section. Could have used some pictures to, you know, it's a fun topic with lots of good pictures opportunities. So a few more pictures to kind of juice up the topic would have helped. But overall, the presentation was pretty solid. A little short on time. You came in at around 21.5 minutes. So we could have, you know, several minutes short of the 25 minutes on the presentation. So those are the most things that I noticed on the overall presentation. As far as the individual speakers, Ryan with the opener, again, good description, tying it into the topic more clearly would have helped, but the tantalizing description, everybody appreciated that. You had the agenda slide, but you forgot to mention who was covering each section of the presentation with that agenda slide, and I think the group was trying to keep it up to remind you, like, don't forget to talk about who's doing what. So that kind of got breezed past. Not a big deal. The industry, some really good stats here. I was looking for a picture to help kind of, you know, give us something visually to chew on while you're talking about the industry. So that's that piece. The second speaker, Nick, with store manager, and then the criteria point of opportunity for advancement. Comfortable speaker, good gestures, good projection with your voice. You do have a powerful voice. It does come across a little monotone in delivery, so you're one of those voice types that's going to have to work on a little bit more vocal variety to get keep your voice from being too monotone in its delivery style. I like the maps. There was a good explanation of kind of how the maps worked. You didn't state the winner in that piece as clearly as you could have. So, but again, the maps were great. And you were a comfortable speaker. Debbie Fuller, the three companies and also the customer preference criteria point. So a little bit of notes, a very nice conversational delivery style, a nice job with working in the student surveys. I would say for your section, you could go a little bit slower. So go a little bit slower, and we want to hear more from you. And so keep presenting and keep doing more of it. And say hi to Ian for me. Angel was fourth. You covered the criteria points and criteria overview, as well as compensation and the benefits. So some reliance on notes here. You had a nice loud voice. With the criteria overview section, you want to also explain just not what the criteria is and what you're going to be looking at, but how the company wins that criteria point is also part of that section and kind of an important part of that section. So there's that piece. The some presenting to the screen a little bit. You turn and kind of was presenting to the screen. So try to use the notes less and present to the screen less. But you had a nice loud voice. Today with working hours, your section was quick. I know you've had some personal stuff keeping you out of the group, but your section went really fast. We wanted to hear more from you. I know working hours is pretty straightforward, and it might have been a kind of a last-minute addition that you were taking that piece on. I'm not sure, but it felt quick, and you didn't introduce the next speaker. Evan, with uniforms in the final recap, probably the strongest speaker of the bunch. Good energy, crisp delivery style, no need for notes, a really solid speaker. When you're covering uniforms, you had the pictures, but you didn't label which company those pictures represented. That would have been helpful. But again, great conversational delivery and a good sense of humor with the delivery style and the opener of who likes to be uncomfortable. That's always a fun way of getting the audience tied in. So, okay, so that's my feedback. Overall, you guys were in the B range, and you'll see that score showing up on Canvas later today. And I appreciate all your work, and now I'm going to go get myself a burger. Thank you.